Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know that many of the Linux users, actually I think most of the Linux users are eagerly waiting for the next Ubuntu LTS release, that is Ubuntu 26.04. And the time is now coming because already beta is available for download and testing. So in this video, let's have a look at the new Ubuntu 26.04. The code name is Resolute Raccoon. So we will see here that what are the new things in this release. Now, before we begin, you have to understand that this is a long-term support release and it will be supported for 5 years, that is up to April 2031. Now you can see this is the desktop, this is the Gnome desktop of this new Ubuntu release, and you can see this logo is new here. And with a free Ubuntu Pro subscription, you will get security updates of up to 10 years. So that's pretty much impressive. The main thing here in this release is it is coming with the Gnome 50 and Linux kernel 7. So this is a massive update, yes, of course. And if you go to the system and then about section, you will see that in the system details, you can see that this is the Gnome 50 version, and the windowing system is Wayland because already Gnome drops X11 support completely, and Wayland is the only option to use Gnome. So Ubuntu now also removed the X11 session and only you will get the Wayland session. This is the modern system, this is the modern windowing system, and it's really awesome. And with the latest and greatest Linux kernel 7.0. So this is a massive release. So these are the main things, and also you are getting the Mesa 26. In the Gnome 50 you will get the variable refresh rate, and this is not experimental, this is now actually usable. When you go to the display setting, you can see this is the refresh rate, and here you are getting the option of variable refresh rate, so you can enable it. Of course, if your monitor and system supports this, then you can use this thing. So variable refresh rate you can see here, and also you can set custom refresh rate, whatever your monitor supports. And now for the scaling, now you can see the fractional scaling, not 200%, but 125%, 133%, 166%. So these are the fractional scaling. These things are really useful in case of high resolution monitors. Now the next thing is in the accessibility. So just go to the system settings, accessibility, and the seeing text size. So you can change the text size whatever you want. You don't have to change the fractional scaling resolution, and okay, you can change the mouse cursor from here, size of the mouse cursor. So text size you can adjust from here. This is, I think, most useful feature for high resolution desktops. Now one of the main changes is the folder icons. Okay, you can see if you just click here and open the Nautilus file manager, so you will see the new folder icons here. So now you can see that folder icons change colors entirely. You can see this, right? So not the upper tiny part of the folder, but the whole folder color is now changing. So I definitely like this. Amazing. Now another main thing is the default system monitor in this release. So it is now resources system monitor instead of the traditional Gnome system monitor, and this is an amazing system monitor. You can see these are the apps running, these are the processes. Okay, and of course you can end any process, okay, or halt any process, kill process. And now here in the sidebar you can see various usage. Now this is the processor, so this is the overall processor usage. You can enable this for individual cores or threads here to show. And this is the information about the processor architecture. This is the Intel processor, you know. These are logical cores, physical cores. Okay, I have 6 physical cores here. And the memory usage, that is the RAM usage. Now Ubuntu recommends to use at least 6 GB of RAM for this LTS release. And now the RAM slots you can see from here. So this is the power of this system monitor, resources. Okay, you can see one of the RAM slot is using out of 2, so I can insert another RAM of same frequency. Okay, so I have the upgrade option in my laptop. So that is very much useful thing, you can see. And in the GPU, now this resource system monitor actually detects and show the usage of discrete and integrated GPUs. So in this laptop I have only an integrated GPU, so you can see UHD graphics usage is here. But if you have an NVIDIA graphics card or AMD graphics card, so the usage can be tracked from here. So this is very much useful things. Okay, these options never came in the previous system monitor, Gnome system monitor. These are the read and write of the disk, and this is my pen drive. This is the Wi-Fi connection, so network usage you can see here, Ethernet connection, and battery is also there. This is the battery health you can see, and all the information you can see here. Also you have some preferences. So this is amazing. I really love this system monitor. Amazing features are included here. So you can enable or disable the sidebar. In the sidebar information, so this is the default one. By default you will get this, and if you want some information in the sidebar, so you can enable it. So that, and also you can enable the descriptions in the sidebar also. And also you can see some other process or apps you can add from here, like video memory and swap usage. So this is very much appreciable change for the Ubuntu. Now the new video player is now Showtime, not Totem video player. So if you type video, so not videos, this is the video player, and this is the Showtime video player. Yes, and I can play something for you to show you. So I'm just playing something here. Everyone, I'm just pausing, and I can show you some options. In the below corner you can see. Now you can change the playback speed. Okay, 0.5x, 1x, 1.25, and up to 2x speed. So you can change the language of the video, subtitles. So this is very minimal design, but really helpful and really well. Okay, but first time if you playing videos, so maybe you have to install some external codecs, and that installation is pretty much easy and automatic. Now another change in this release of Ubuntu is that the software and update tool, that is the GUI tool to manage the repositories and to install the external NVIDIA graphics driver, that tool is not installed by default. Okay, the Ubuntu team just said that actually it is an advanced tool, and user may accidentally disable some repo. So okay, so update may breaks, so that they excluded the tool. Okay, but you can of course install that tool if you open the App Center. Now you know that App Center is the software installation and removal tool. Basically this supports the snap packages, but now I'm just seeing that dev packages are now also supported, and external dev packages now can be installed by this App Center also. So that's very good thing. I can appreciate that. So if you type here software, so you will see the Debian packages, software and updates, right? So this tool is not installed by default, but you can install it from here. I have already installed this tool. Now I can show you guys, and this is the tool, software and updates, right? And you can actually change the server, or you can just select a custom mirror server for faster downloading of packages. You can enable or disable the repositories, and you can add another third-party repositories. You can change the update settings, updates daily or weekly or whatever, and you can check for additional drivers you have if you have some NVIDIA graphics card. Okay, so the drivers will be automatically installed from this GUI tool, and also you can enable the Ubuntu Pro subscription from here. So a lot of tools are here, but this is not included by default. You can, if you know something about how to use Linux, then you should install this, because this is really a helpful tool, right? You know that modern CPUs now supports the x86 64 and AMD 64 v3 packages. Okay, not the default one, but the v3 version of all the packages now available for this version of Ubuntu. Okay, previously in the previous release Ubuntu 25.10, some packages are available in the v3 version, but now for this LTS release, this is the long-term support release, and you will get all the packages in the v3 version of the modern CPU. So if you are using some modern CPUs and GPUs, so you should install the v3 packages. And for AI stuffs, now the Ubuntu actually will support the natively installable packages of AMD ROCm. And if you are thinking about installing this Ubuntu right now, so just stop for some time, because the final version of this Ubuntu 26.04 will be released on 23rd April 2026. So wait for that. So all the bugs will be fixed in the meantime. Okay, so that's all for today's video. I hope these are useful for you. So if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe my channel to get more updates, and thanks for watching, guys. So see you in the next video very soon. Till then, take care and goodbye.